Hi, this is Osamu Wakabayashi from Zen Ideas. Today, I want to talk about how to optimize image for website. It's been a problem for me and for my client. So we developed the website for my client and we train them and we teach them how to use WordPress, how to update their content so that they can maintain their website in-house so they don't have to come back to us every time they need to change. So for the most part, they are doing a good job. But when it comes to updating or uploading images, they still forget or they don't really optimize images, which means they don't really shrink the size. So the recently I had a problem that the one of my clients, their disk space is getting full. So so in this client, they're using almost 2.4 gigabyte out of 3 gigabyte space. It's about almost 80% of its capacity. So of course they are complaining about site is very slow. This is not really big website. I believe that this website is probably we can probably shrink down to 1 gigabyte space. So but the reality is it's almost hitting 3 gigabyte space. And the worst case is I had another client recently that they're getting 503 service unavailable errors. This is a problem for us too, because we spend a lot of time talking to our clients and then build a website. At the same time, of course, our clients made a huge investment for the website too. And then getting this kind of message they are not using properly is not really acceptable. So I decided to make a quick tutorial for how to optimize images so that you can look at it and then you can do proper way to maintain your website. So let's start. Lots of people today use a smartphone and take pictures, including myself too. But those pictures really high quality, and then the size is huge. I think it's about 12 megabyte, and the size is 4,000 by 3,000 pixels. The quality is high. I think it's about 300 dpi. So this is good quality to print a big poster, but not good for your website. So today's website, the standard width is between 1100 and 1200 pixels. So your pictures shouldn't be bigger than that. But some cases, for example, if you're using full width slider or banner on your landing page, I would suggest use a bit larger size, something like 1920 pixels. The reason I'm picking this number is most of the high def screen today has this size, 1920 pixels. So just to make sure if you're using full size or the full width sliders, let's pick this number. But other than that, you can shrink the size to the narrow, like smaller than the width size. Now, before we get in, again, I like to remind you what types of image format we have today. So TIFF file, JPEG, PNG, and GIF file. Now let's look at TIFF and JPEG. Now the big difference those two is the JPEG is compressed, so which means that JPEG is smaller size but lower quality, and TIFF is not compressed, it's much higher quality. If you are producing printing materials such as posters, brochure, you don't want to use JPEG, you want to use TIFF file. But now we are talking about JPEG, so let's forget about TIFF file. So those three, so JPEG, PNG, and GIF file. Now, as you can see, GIF file has a little bit lower quality. The reason for that is GIF file has supports only 256 colors. So if you're using some illustrations, doesn't require more than 256 colors, that would be okay. But if you're using any photos, then you don't want to use GIF file. Now, those two, JPEG and PNG, the one big difference is JPEG has a white background, whereas PNG has transparent. So which means that if you're using logos on your website, you should use PNG file so that it supports transparency. Okay, let me show you how to optimize image for your website. This is really easy. I'm going to use imageresize.org, and I have a picture here. So let's take a look at the size. So it is 6.5 megabyte. The dimension for this picture is 3200 pixel by 2200 pixel. So this is way too big for your website. So we need to resize and compress. And this web app does both at the same time, to resize and compress. Now it's very easy. All you have to do is just drag and drop. So it is uploading. Just takes a few seconds. Okay, here we go. And this app you can crop and flip and rotate too. I'm gonna just the resize image first. And there's some presets. And I'm gonna just choose custom size. And I'm gonna type, let's say I'm gonna resize this image to 1000 width. And as you can see, it just automatically adjusts the height too. And the quality and format, I'm gonna just leave it as best, and then the format is just leave it as JPEG, and just hit the resize image. Now you can see that now the original size was over 6 megabyte. Now the new size is only 149 kilobytes. So I think this is very good size for your web. And I'm gonna save it to my desktop. So now it is saved to my desktop, right? And let's take a look. The information again. Here we go. So now the size was shrink down to 156 kilobyte. All right. So this is the kind of image you want to use for your website. So I hope this helps, and you're gonna keep doing this all the time. And thank you for watching.